Alright, in today's video, I am going to do a quick review of Pre-Suasion by Robert CIALDINI. If you haven't read this book, this is a very interesting read, and I'm going to show you why, or tell you why in this book review. If you like this kind of thing, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and feel free to comment. Let me know what type of books that you like to read, especially when it comes to sales. And when you like this video, it actually helps me build my YouTube channel. It tells me that these are the type of videos that you like. So let's get into this book. What golden nuggets did I glean from this fantastic book? So first thing I got out of it is, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will have enough information that you can actually close more deals, that you can actually increase your sales, all this kind of stuff. So what is one of the things that I learned? One of the things that stood out to me was that you actually have to put your prospect in a frame of mind that they actually connect with you. They actually think of you as an influential person. Maybe they think of you as an authority on this particular topic. If you give them enough free content, eventually by the time you get them on the phone, it's a done deal. It's a slam dunk. You don't even have to convince them because they've already seen your content. That's why I strongly advise people to build their own YouTube channel, your own social media platform, because you're giving free content on a weekly basis. Then when you get to the point where if you have a new book to sell, maybe it's a new online course, whatever it is, you've already helped people. They already trust you. They already want to be a part of your tribe. They want to follow you, all this kind of stuff. Now you have a chance of closing more deals on the phone, and this is why social media influencers make a ton of cashola. It's because they have a tribe of people that are actually following them, and then whenever they release a new course, whenever they release a new book, a new event, people just automatically buy. Why? Because they've been persuaded. They're in a position of persuasion for months, years sometimes. Like Grant Cardone has built his YouTube channel. I think he has like 2 million subscribers, something like that. But it's taken him years of being on YouTube, years of Grant Cardone University, helping people increase their sales, all this kind of stuff. So it took time to get to that point. Dan Lok has over 3 million subscribers. It took him a while. At the beginning, nobody knew about him. Nobody knew that he was a copywriter. So he had to get a few clients, and then once he got a few clients, all of a sudden he can actually turn things around by not being desperate. And it's kind of interesting that when people don't see you as being desperate, all of a sudden they want to work with you more because you're not available to them. So if you can position yourself as a person that has authority, that doesn't need the client, but you're teaching them valuable information, there are a certain amount of people that actually will want to become a part of your tribe no matter what you sell. So this is where ethics comes in as well, because you can actually be a little bit slimy about this and not give value. And then when people buy your stuff, they're like, man, this sucked. Why? Because they had a bit of a cognitive bias towards you beforehand, and then once they realized what they bought wasn't very good, then all of a sudden they're now your greatest enemy or whatever it is. So you have to be careful of that and use ethics and everything. You have to be able to give enough content. It's very similar to Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, Jab, Hook, where Jab, 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 Hook, where people are, he wrote this book because too many people were asking him right out of the gate, hey Gary, can you help me with this? Hey, can you do this? What's your opinion on that? And all this kind of stuff. And basically what happens is people are asking right out of the gate. So if you reach out to a person on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever and you're asking, you're not doing it right. You have to be able to give first, basically give back first. And when you do that for a long enough period of time, people will all of a sudden, they'll go, yeah, you know what this person says makes sense because they've been doing this for X amount of time. Now they have a program or a course or an event that I can go to. Yeah, I'm going to buy this. You know, you'll see that with musicians. They'll come out with a new video, a new soundtrack, something. And usually it'll happen maybe after they've presented an award, or maybe after they've had a few interviews, and then all of a sudden they release a new single or whatever it is. But people will buy it because they're already in a place where they've bought stuff from them before. They've watched some of their videos, they've listened to some of their music on the radio, and then yeah, it makes sense for them to buy. So that is the biggest nugget that I got out of this. And he uses case study after case study. One of the biggest ones, of course, was when he talks about a colleague of us was in Toronto, and he had a presentation to make, and he was getting a lot of rejection on his price. People were like, man, it's too expensive, too expensive. And they wanted him to cut his costs. They wanted him to cut his price, to give him a discount. And if you've been in that situation where people are saying your price is too high, you need to give us a better discount, all this kind of stuff, here's a solution. As human beings, we are not able to multitask. We can't do hundreds of things at once. It's very tough for us to even do two things at once. It's just the data is crazy on this. Why do you think we have no driver distraction laws? It's because people can't text and drive at the same time. We can only focus on one thing, and it's usually the last thing. So what this colleague did, yeah, I'll come down in a sec. Thank you. Shake time. So what this colleague did was, he actually, in his presentation, he said, obviously, I can't charge you $1 million for this presentation. And as they're looking at the proposal, they saw it was $75,000, and they went, yeah, this is a no-brainer. $75,000, that's a good price. Never got any kickback, any rejection or anything. It just made sense to them. So as a online marketer, as a salesperson, you need to be able to present two offers. One that's ridiculously high, so that when you have your real offer, they'll look at that and go, like say it's a $10,000 product and you sell it for $497. When you give them the second offer, they'll look at it as reasonable. That makes sense because that one was $10,000, and most people can only remember the last thing that you present to them. So that's why you don't want to make your presentations too long either. It's a little bit of a side note. You don't want to make them an hour, hour and a half, whatever, because people aren't going to remember all the stuff that you're talking about, especially if it's just you talking. But they can understand this or that, and that's how you want to position yourself. So there's lots more I can talk about. I can go on and on and on about all the, going to the mall and having a guy trying to get phone numbers from hot women. And what he actually did was he would go up to this young guy, he'd go up to people and he'd actually ask them for their phone number, and they wouldn't give it to him. Then they moved him over to another store, and he would walk up to them and ask them for their phone number, and about 30-40% of the people of the women would actually give him their number. Why? Because he was in front of a flower shop. Flowers have a relationship with romance. So the persuasion was that because they were surrounded by flowers, that this is a romantic atmosphere. Yes, I'll give you my phone number. I know it's weird, but that's what the science says. So if you can put someone in a frame of mind that they want to be a part of your tribe, that they connect with you, that they want to help you build your business or whatever it is, they want to give back because you've given them so much free content, your sales are going to go up. There you go. I'm going to go have a shake. Happy New Year. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.